When I say trading earnings with options, you picture a trade you open before the report and close right after, right? The thing is, without genuinely good information, making money on earnings consistently is basically impossible. Right after earnings, though, different story. I'm actually surprised that nobody has made this video, so I'm going to do it myself. Hi, I'm Liav from Option Samurai. The earnings trade everyone reaches for is a coin flip. The one you can do right after the report instead is something you can actually backtest. And we built a free tool so you can test our strategy on any ticker. Here's the whole idea on one screen. Focus on this loop. You scan to find a freshly shocked stock. You backtest to check that name tends to stay put. Then you place the trade. Skip the middle step and you're back to guessing. Before we begin, there's something I feel needs to be clarified. Trade before the report, and you're guessing a binary outcome, overpaying on inflated implied volatility, or IV, and betting against people who model these companies for a living. So you have three huge problems to deal with. After the report, the news is out. IV has collapsed, and one small question is left. Does the price come back? My idea is simple. If the stock gaps up hard, you can look into selling a bull-put spread below the gap. You get paid as long as it doesn't fall back. In the opposite case, you have a stock gapping down hard. Here, you can sell a bear call spread above it. You get paid as long as it doesn't climb back. That's it. You're betting the move doesn't unhappen over the next couple of weeks. I know you'll ask this in the comments, why bother with a spread? Why not just sell a put or a call and pocket the whole premium? Same direction, same thesis, and more money if you're right. And honestly, that's a totally fair instinct. The naked option genuinely pays you more when you're right. There's no trick here, it's a trade-off, and it's worth seeing both sides. Here's what the naked option gives you. The full credit, so a higher max profit and a break-even further from today's price, so a better probability of profit. But here's what it costs you if the trade goes wrong. The loss is basically uncapped. That's the whole risk sitting on one side of the scale. The spread flips that. You add a long leg as insurance, so your worst case is capped. You know your max loss before you even enter. The price of that safety is that a part of your credit pays for the protection, so your max profit is lower. And your break-even sits closer to today's price, which nudges your probability of profit down. So that's the real choice. The naked short pays more and hits more often, but risks everything. The spread adds a protection to make sure one bad trade can't wipe you out. For me, capping that downside is worth it, but build it to fit your own risk profile. That's the whole point. This all sounds neat, but does it hold up? This is where most videos wave their hands. I told you earlier, I do not like videos that use the trust me bro framing. I'm okay with being your bro, but do yourself a favor and always stress test an investment-related idea. So let me zoom in on this part. You screen the market, you find a ticker, you understand the gap, then run a backtest, and only at the end you will choose whether to trade. But first, you will soon notice that not all gaps are built equal. A gap backed by real fundamentals, a genuine change in the business tends to stick. A gap driven by a rumor on a high beta name is usually just noise, and noise reverts. So always ask yourself, it moved 12%, but why did that happen? This is so important. What about you? Do you ever find yourself asking yourself why a stock is moving by 10% on a random Tuesday? What's the last ticker that moved by a lot and made you scratch your head? Drop a comment. I always enjoy reading about strange market events. How do you find these without reading every earnings report? If this is not the first video you see from me, you know the answer. You need to screen the market. So let's go to the predefined scans page on Option Samurai, and up here, I'll click the earnings tag. You'll see a bunch of scans pop up. Check this out. Bull put spread on stocks that experienced a positive shock. And right next to it, see that? Same scan, but the mirror version, with bear call spreads for negative shocks. Since these two are just mirror images of each other, we'll only open one. Let's go with the bearish one. And here it is. This scan hunts for names that dropped sharply and hands you a few bear call spreads to work with. And I won't walk you through these individual trades because honestly, they'll be different by tomorrow. Every day you get different tickers, and on a quiet day you might get none at all. Same goes for the bullish version, by the way, and that's totally fine, that's just how it works. A scan gives you candidates, not conclusions. And the next thing to do is to check the name before you trade it. Now let's say that scan just flagged bear call spreads on 5 big names: Tesla, Netflix, AMD, Apple, and IBM. And suppose all 5 had just crashed more than 10% in a single day right after a rough round of earnings. Before we continue, notice what I've just done. I've asked myself what actually caused the drop and given an answer. Bad earnings is what caused the price crash. If it were just a rumor, I'd probably leave it alone. So here's what I do with the free tool you can find in the blog article linked in the description of this video. I drop all 5 tickers in, set the threshold to -10 and the window to 10 trading days, basically 2 weeks. Then I just run the whole thing by clicking the Run All button at the top. And here you have a bar chart covering the last 10 years, and for each ticker it answers 3 questions. First, how many times did that stock actually drop more than 10% in a day? Second, of those, how often did it fail to climb back within 10 days? Because that's exactly the outcome a 2-week credit spread needs to make money. And third, the same information expressed in percentage terms, so you can line the names up side by side. Scroll down and every one of those events is listed out. Dates, prices, all of it. That's where you do your own homework. Check which of these were real earning shocks and which were just noise. Oh, and remember, a handful of events isn't a pattern, it's a coincidence. Treat it that way. And then, only if it passes my check, you place the spread. My scan found it, and the backtest confirmed it. Now you close the loop and go to the market. Quick thing before you do, we're real option traders who run the numbers on everything before trading it. If that's your thing, like and subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive. One more thing, probability of profit is only half the picture. Weigh what you can make against what you can lose. A high probability trade that risks a lot to make a little is still a bad trade. Sometimes you just skip it. New results come every week, so you can afford to skip a setup you don't love. Let me be straight. This is a pattern in historical data, not a promise. Past performance is not an indicator of future performance. Small samples lie, and one weird crisis here can skew the whole thing. So do as I do. Research it, backtest it, research it again, and only then, if the numbers hold up, trade it. The backtester and both scans are one click away in the description. Try Option Samurai free for 2 weeks. We'd love to have you.